Hello. This week's episode is Living Doll, which is I wouldn't say it's the inspiration, but it is an influential episode. And if you have the same DVD version as I have, you've heard my name is Tiny Tina, and I'm going to kill you many, many times because it's on the DVD selection menu. So Telly Savalas is in this, fantastic actor overall, played Kojak, of course, on TV, and also a great Bond villain, the very first Bond villain, actually. And now he plays the stepfather, which is always a tricky situation for him to be in. The house that this is set in, we get to see later in the season in Ring-a-Ding Girl. We'll get back to that, but it's just the same set that they reused. It's just something that catches. So the doll is physically, it's a briquette. Weird name for a doll, made by the Vogue Doll Company at between 61 and 63 or something like that. But the Talking Tina bit is inspired by Chatty, Cathy, which was made by Mattel around the same time. And the voice actress who did that, her name was June Foray, I think, or Foray. She did the voice for Chatty Cathy, but also for Talking Tina. So they had some continuity there, which I really enjoy. It's sort of like the android in Doctor Who that they actually got, Anne to do the voice for the android. This gets parodied, of course. There's a Simpson episode about this, and I mean, this is clearly inspirational. Talking toys overall are kind of spooky. So, and deadly toys have been around like as an idea in fiction and in movies since like the 30s. But to discard Talking Tina when you're talking about things like Chucky in Child's Play or Dolly Dearest from like the 90s, it would be a mistake. Now, bear with me here. So, the mother in this story, Jane Farouche, what's her name? Mary LaRouche. Mary LaRouche plays a character named Annabelle. Now, I'm not saying that the Warrens saw this episode, but the Warrens did have a demonically possessed talking doll named Annabelle. And that, of course, turned into sort of part of the Conjuring franchise and lives on in infamy. And I wouldn't be able to substantiate that, but it is a strange coincidence, right? Annabelle is not that common a name. So anyway, the actress, Mary, she has been on the Twilight Zone before. She was in A World of His Own, the very first episode in which we saw Rod in Screen. The last episode of season 1 is, I believe, about a man who could invent people by talking into a tape recorder, and he invented Mary's sort of character in that. When Telly picks up the phone, you can see a boom shadow because he picks up the phone. There's no shadow on his arm, and then when you go in for the close-up, you can see sort of a shadow creeping up his arm. I think that's the boom mic that moves in to pick up the noise as he's talking. So that's the thing. And then there's a tiny little continuity glitch in that when he falls down the stairs, he steps on the doll and he falls down the stairs and the doll tumbles with him and then he crashes into the ground and then the doll comes after him sort of again. Obviously that's a mistake, right? But it looks way more dramatic with the doll coming down the second time. And of course, my name is Tiny Tina, and you're going to have to be very nice to me. So this was written by Beaumont, but it wasn't written by Beaumont. It was ghostwritten, and that's just he was ill at the time, so that's not. Unfortunately, that we didn't get to see anything else that he got to write for the Twilight Zone. But that's it for Tiny Tina, Talking Tina, even. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care now. Bye.